We're not even halfway into January, and I bet you haven't stuck to your New Year's resolutions. Am I right? Like maybe you didn't even create them at all because you're thinking, why should I bother? So let me tell you why in this video people don't actually reach their New Year's resolutions, why people give up, and what you can do at home to actually make sure that you stick to your New Year's resolutions. Now, before I get into this video, can you please like this video and subscribe to this channel, because Addie and I are dropping major tips and tricks to help you around mental health, mindset, resilience, overcoming challenges, and helping you just be better. Do whatever it is you want to do, but just be better and make it happen. So let's get into it. Are you ready? Alright, so watch this clip until the end for you to understand what it is you need to do differently in order to reach your goals. Now, I realized this topic was such a huge topic when I was talking to someone on the third day of the new year, and she actually said to me there was no point me even creating a New Year's resolution because what's going to change anyway? It's not like I'm going to stick to it. And I thought that was absolutely fascinating because you can stick to something. You can actually make it work. You just need to shift your thinking a little bit so that way it becomes possible to you. Because how often do we go to do something like we set a goal, but the goal actually isn't believable to us? So if that goal isn't believable to us, we're not going to believe we can do it. Therefore, we're not even going to try to actively make it happen because it just seems too impossible. That's exactly what happens here when we don't reach our New Year's Eve goals, our New Year's resolutions. I was actually staying at a family friend's house a number of years ago, back when I was 13, and my friend's mom was actually overweight. And she goes, my New Year's resolution is to lose weight. She goes, no more fat ass Helen anymore. And she encouraged us every morning to get up in the morning and to go for a walk with her. And then we followed her eating program as well. So we'd have salad and everything like that. And she was so committed day one, committed day two, and she was like, yeah, no more fat ass Helen, we're making this happen, yeah, life is good, until the evening of day two. Her husband was responsible for dinner. Her husband ordered pizza, and Helen sat down and ate almost the entire pizza in one go. And we didn't say anything until afterwards. My friend and I were kind of like, hey, New Year's resolution, like where are we going with that? You know, kind of had a whole pizza, plus the garlic bread, plus the ice cream, you name it, right? You can really picture what she was eating. And she goes, oh, why did I even bother anyway? It's not like I can actually say no to pizza. It's not like I can actually stick to something long enough and say no to pizza. And when she said that, I remember being 13 and thinking, well, hold on, you have to tackle two things here, right? You've got to build up your tolerance to say no to pizza. And then second of all, you need to prove to yourself you can stick to something more than 2 days. Like if 2 days is your maximum when you go to set a goal and you realize after that point you can't do anything more, you need to go for 3 days. And you need to just try a little bit more each time to reach your goal a little bit further than what you did the first time. Consider it like learning how to sprint, right? Learning how to run a marathon, right? The first thing you need to do is to learn how to put on your running shoes correctly. The second thing you need to learn how to do is to learn how to walk around the block correctly, or to do a light jog and master that for 1 kilometer. Then move on to 2, and then 3. Then consider doing a run, an actual run for 3 kilometers, right? And I think that's really important here because what we need to do is break down how big and scary a goal seems, and break down how big and impossible it seems, and break it down into smaller, easy, tangible steps. So what seems possible to us, what can we make believable, and then start with those small actions each and every single day. Because if we go and we set a New Year's resolution that we don't believe, I'm going to quit smoking, I'm going to quit drinking, right? We've heard all that before. If that goal isn't believable to us, we're not even going to try to reach that goal. We're not even going to believe we have the energy to make it happen. It's going to seem so impossible to us that we shouldn't even try. We shouldn't even start. Have you ever been in that situation before where you really have experienced that, where you think, oh, why should I even bother? What's going to change? What's going to be different now? Why would I do it? That's the key to making your goal believable. It has to be believable to you that you can actually achieve it. Okay, your turn. I want you to sit back and think for me, what was the goal you wanted to achieve? What was your New Year's resolution? Okay, so now that you've got that in your mind, I want you to write it down on a piece of paper. And then I want you to think about, why didn't you achieve it? What stopped you? So let's say your goal was to meditate every day for 10 minutes. That was your New Year's resolution. And you said, every day I need to meditate for 10 minutes. And you didn't do it. You didn't make it past day 1 or day 2, right? Can you list out for me why? Did it seem impossible? Was it too hard to focus? Were you just not interested, right? Did something change from setting the goal to actually having to action it, right? What I'd like you to do is think about, why was it hard for you to do? Did you lose focus? If so, that's actually where you need to start. You don't need to start every day with meditating for 10 minutes if that goal seems impossible. Instead, all you need to do is master it for 1 minute a day. Because I know what it's like when you actually lose focus. So you set the timer, you're ready to sit there and actually do it for 10 minutes. You're like, great, got it. And then you start to lose focus. You start to get distracted. You start thinking about what you've got to do for work or what you've got going on the weekend. If that seems impossible, if 10 minutes seems too long, scale it back. Completely scale it back to 30 seconds, 1 minute. The goal here is to learn what you can master it, and then move on. Don't try to do the whole marathon at once. Don't try to do the whole 10 minutes at once. Instead, master it slowly but surely and bit by bit. And then that's all of a sudden how your bigger goal now all of a sudden seems achievable. Now it actually seems possible that you can do it. And that's the magic formula. That's what it really truly takes, is understanding, what do you need to believe about yourself in order to make that goal happen. So I believe I can stay focused for 1 minute, and stay focused for that 1 minute. Then the next day, 2 minutes, then 3 minutes, right? But prove it to yourself. It's so important that we prove to ourselves that we are a disciplined person, or we are a focused person, or we are whatever we want to be kind of person, a healthy person, a kind person. We can't expect to just wake up like that overnight. Instead, we really need to prove it to ourselves, which we can do so in these small mini wins that we can set up each and every single day. So just to do a recap, figure out what your goal is, figure out why you found it hard to achieve, then focus on building the believability that you can achieve it, so you can stay focused but in a small increment every single day. And that's the actual magic formula. So about me, guys, I'm Jessica. I'm the CEO and founder of Moonshot You. I run Moonshot You alongside my beautiful 13-year-old cousin Addison, who together we actually share videos and tips and tricks to help you overcome challenges and build resilience. That's what our goal is with Moonshot You, with these videos, with this channel. So if you've liked this video, please like it, and please subscribe to my channel, and please share this with your friends and people who need to hear this message. That's why we're doing it.